What's going on, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the upcoming new album from the band Ensiferum entitled Unsung Heroes. This is scheduled to be released on August the 28th through Spinefarm Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of Helsinki, Finland, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very cinematic, epic, and heroic style of folk metal. I mean, this is one of those folk metal bands that really adds a lot of variety and class to their music, and it makes for some incredibly entertaining music. Now, you'll have to forgive me because when it comes to folk metal, I don't want to say I'm not interested in it. I guess it's just another genre of metal that I've never really gotten too close to or too aware of. I mean, I know of bands like Korpikalani or Fintroll, Terisas, Elviti. I know of bands like that, but they're bands that I could really not see myself getting too much into. Not that I don't like it, it's just that it's something I would really need to have the time and the opportunity to fully understand and comprehend. I know it's very popular, and I know a lot of my good close friends are into this style of music a lot more than I am. But with a band like Ensiferum, it gives me more of a reason to be interested and check it out a lot more. I got introduced to this band through their fourth album, From Afar. When I heard that one song called Elusive Reaches, I was just absolutely mesmerized. I was mesmerized by how heavy the music was, just the great use of symphonics, the growls, the singing. It was just very entertaining music, and the same can be said for the rest of that album. It only made me want to know more about Ensiferum, and through through that album, I got to hear more material from them, like their self-titled, Iron, Victory songs. I know a lot of people enjoyed Victory songs. There's some great stuff on there too. But now moving forward, we get to Unsung Heroes. It's 10 tracks and it runs around almost about an hour in length, and I'll get to why it's that long in just a second. But let me just break this album down for you as best as I possibly can. Guitar-wise, there's only one way I can really describe the guitars on this album, and it is just absolutely epic. The guitars are absolutely epic. They're sweeping, they're heavy, they're catchy, they're memorable. Just the way the riffs are delivered, it's just absolutely fantastic. I just love the way that the riffs are delivered here. The solos are very emotional, very powerful, to the even more calmed down melodic style of guitar playing. I mean, like, take the track Burning Leaves. I mean, I think that song is a definite representation of the kind of varieties you would get with the guitar work here. It's very, very powerful, and it makes for an absolutely entertaining listen. Bass-wise, I think the bass is pretty solid. It blends in nicely with the guitar. I think more often than not, this is a guitar-dominated album, so bass, you wouldn't think you would get to hear too much of it, but I think it blends in quite nicely with the guitar. Just don't expect it to be overly dominant or overly powerful. It's well suited with the guitars throughout this record. Drum-wise, I absolutely love the drum work on this album. Just that really unique kind of galloping drum kind of style. Just the way the beats are on this album. You have your little bit of thrashy beats going on. You have your fast double bass. You have a little bit of blast beats here and there. And you have just a really good, solid amount of variation going on here with the drums. It's very entertaining, and it just keeps you at attention throughout. It's not snail paced or anything like that. It's just a great solid drum performance. And the inclusion of the symphonics make this album that much more entertaining to me. I just love the way the symphonics are. It's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, on songs like, I want to say Retribution Shall Be Mine, I think that's another song that has really good emphasis of the keyboards and the symphonics that go on with this album. Just the additional pagan instrumentation, it just sounds really, really good. I enjoy that a lot. And we get to the vocals. You're going to get many different vocal styles going on here. You're going to have your very gruff kind of growls, which are done very, very good here, very well, nicely enunciated, not undecipherable. They're done just right. To the clean singing, the singing is just very epic and mighty. I just love the way that the singing is on this album. And then we get to a two-part song on here, Celestial Bond. There's a song called Celestial Bond and a part 2 to that song called Star Queen. Both of those songs really represent the clean singing of this record to a T. And I think they are played very well. It's very entertaining, and those are really some of the main highlights of this album. But the real big highlight of this record is the final track on here called Passion Proof Power. It's 17 minutes long, but for those 17 minutes, you're just going to be on a whirlwind trip. There is not one dull moment on that song in my view. Just a mixture of melodic vocals, heavy vocals, almost operatic kind of vocals, to the great instrumentation, the heaviness in the music. It just makes for an amazing song, and that is definitely what will make this record a highlight for some. For me, it was just amazing. So overall, this is an album that definitely gives me more of a reason to want to be into folk metal. This is an album that really just captivates the listener. It's just epic, it's sweeping, it's emotional, it's heavy, it's powerful. And for any Ensiferum fan, this is definitely going to be a treat. This album is a treat, and this is one of the more fun listens I've had this year, and I can't wait to listen to it again. So if I had to pick any favorite songs, I would definitely have to say In My Sword I Trust, the title track, the Celestial Bond songs, Retribution Shall Be Mine, and the final track, Passion Proof Power. Amazing. So again, the album is Unsung Heroes by Ensiferum. This is scheduled to be released on August the 28th through Spinefarm Records. Pick this up wherever you're able to, and I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. This album is so entertaining. It's so much fun. Definitely check this out if you're into folk metal. Check out Ensiferum. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Ho out.